Right, lads, how's it going? Hoyo de Monterey, epicure #1. Wonderful. So, guys, morning, book, notes. I was asked a while ago about giving you a bit of background on the manufacturers now. I've done one about the punch. So here we are, Hoyo de Monterey, epicure #1. So let's snip it. We'll cut the old kiddie. V cutter. My favourite way, I must say. I think I've said that before. So what do you get with a Hoyo Monterey, lads? Well, it's mild. It's a mild smoke. Very complex flavours, smooth flavours, beautiful cigar. Good morning smoke. Any time of day smoke, isn't it? But it's mild, so the mornings are great. I think Hoyo de Monterey would make a good cigar for a celebration, birthday, Christmas, wedding, whatever that you see fit needs celebrating, anything for a special occasion. Straight away, beautiful. Yeah, out of all the Cubans, certainly right up there in my opinion, on my palate anyway. I'm not sure if I've had a #1 before or not. I probably have. It certainly wasn't in recent years. Last Christmas, I recommended an Epicure #2 for your Christmas smoke, and a couple of you did buy them. So we will have another Christmas out of trail recommendation closer to the time. Got the jumper on, as you can see. Sat in a comfy chair. I feel like Val fucking Dooligan. That's something one of the older lads watching this will understand. What a nightmare he was when we was kids, eh, lad? Having to watch that. Dear me. So, Hoyo de Monterey, epicure #1. Let me have a look in my book, boys. So it's all fact, not fiction. 5 5/8, long 46 ring gauge. So a nice size smoke. You know, this is going to be quite easily, if you was to be steady, an hour. 45 to an hour. You know, there's a lot of you out there could even make it last longer. What a lovely smoke. So the mild, I've told you that. Now, Hoyo is well known for this Epicure series. So any one of them is going to be a fabulous smoke. The Epicure #2 is a fatter gauge and a slightly shorter, but they're all wonderful. It's known for that, for the Epicure series, and it's been certainly a big favourite of Habanos lovers for a very long time. It's a fabulous smoke. Okay, so what I've read and what I've gathered from it, what the pros are saying, it's a very delicate taste, mild, rich and complex. Sounds fabulous, doesn't it? So if you translate Hoyo into English, Hoyo means hole. And the plantation where the plants are grown for this are in a dip, in a hole. Okay, and it's on the banks, right? And I've had to write this one down, boys. Again, anything Cuban, forgive my pronunciation. But the plantation is in the hole next to the riverbanks of the San Juan y Martinez River. Take my word for it. And the soil's very rich down there, very rich soil indeed. Most of Cuba's soil is, but that's a particularly good one. Years ago, it was one of the biggest factories. And this was registered as a company in 1865, Hoyo de Monterey. So a long time. It's been around for a long time, and it's a fabulous smoke. There's just no two ways about it. Any one of you out there that enjoys Cubans, there's absolutely no way in my book that you won't enjoy this. The taste is so rich. It is rich. It's so full, but it's not strong enough to put you off. I could see me making this last an hour, especially on a summer's day if I was sat outside right now, rather than in the new studio. Yeah, be wonderful. It's Sunday now, a Sunday morning in the summer, about 75 degrees, up on my swing chair with a cuppa. Yes, please. So, boys, lads, another weekends. My brother is over from the United States. He's been here for a few days. He's coming round for dinner tonight with my mum. Mrs. T's cooking for 10. So I've got to be careful what I say to her today because she's going to be stressed. I'm keeping out of her way. She's presently putting up Christmas decorations. We went and bought the tree last night. Got my Christmas jumper on. I'll be wearing these every day at work. I've got a few. I've told the nurse and Hooks to get one. We'll see. I ain't buying them one. I bought them loads of stuff. We'll see if they can be bothered to buy one for a tenner. So yes, that week. Busy week. The boys are over in Brighton, finishing off a repoint. They've got that done. It took longer than I thought, longer than I hoped, but in their defence, there was other stuff put on them when they got there, like they was meant to be doing 40 metres of repointing. They ended up doing helibarring and brick replacement as well. So that, as you probably know, you bricklayers out there, brick replacement is not 5 minutes. You know, it can take an hour a brick, it really can. Depends on what you're coming across. So they've done that. And I've been over to do a repoint that's turned into a rebuild. And it's so wet. The rebuild, I mean, it's essential works. It's got to be done. I'm glad we took it down. I'm going to be honest. There's one thing that I've done that's really bugged me, and it's, I don't know, genuine mistake. I put too much lime in the mix because all I was thinking about was the colour. I was trying to make it lighter, and for some reason my brain had a bloody nap, and I didn't think how sticky it would be. And also, it's not only the sticky bit, it's the finish it gives you. So I'm not quite got the finish I want on the joint. So I'm a little bit annoyed at that. The only thing that's not making me scream to myself, you've got to do something, cut it out and redo it, is because the house is on a big bit of land. The ladies aren't getting on in her years. The house is far too big for her on her own. And the lads, she's got 3 lads, they're on about selling the land to a developer, which would include her house coming down and her getting a new house built, something along those lines. So chances are, within 18 months, 2 years, that house might not be here. Long story getting there, but I got there. When you the way my business runs, I have a lot of decisions with the final appearance. You know, my input's huge because I don't have people above me, do I, other than the client? So it's on me, and I did make a mistake. It's still going to look all right, but it's not the joint finish I wanted. But I can live with it. You know, I think it's important to, you know, admit where you've gone wrong. Someone's knocking at the door. Is that you, Mrs. T?
Yeah.
Do you want to come in?
Well, obviously.
You on camera?
Open the door.
You still on camera?
Open the door.
Right, boys, 1 second. I've got to pause this. Well done, Mrs. T. Sorry about that. Mrs. T had to come in here at that exact moment to put a joint of beef in the freezer. Of course she did. But I did have her car keys and she wants to go around the shop. And she knows I can't edit, so all that malarkey is in the video. Brilliant. Totally lost my train of thought. And I relaxed here, boys, am I? I feel a bit rude being right back here, but you have got the zoom on your thing and if you need it. I ain't pretty to look at. I ain't interesting to listen. What the fuck you doing here? Yeah, so colour of the pug. Oh, yeah, so that's it. The colour of the pug isn't quite what I wanted, but it's okay. So tomorrow, Monday, all three of us are there because there's more to take down. So Hooks will be knocking up, bringing bricks to me, while the Peen is cleaning up and taking down other work. So we're sort of doing it, you know. So I've took half of it down. I took all the pumping insulation out. It was causing a lot of the damp. I'm using Celotex back in there. It's only a very narrow cavity, 50 mil. So I've got 25 mil Celotex gone in there, all taped up and whatnot. So hopefully that'll all be good. I don't think it certainly won't be any colder than it was. It's probably going to be warmer. Well, it will be warmer. Because that stuff they pumped in, they had a few gaps in there, lads. So they didn't do a very good job. It's one of the worst ones I've seen for gaps. But with my silver, it's no gaps, and I tape everything. So I've got that going on. There was more to it than I thought, so I'm on a very tight schedule as far as price. It's not going to be a Tina Turner, that one. Nowhere near. You can't have earners on everything, can you? I'll make probably the similar day rate that I would if I was working for someone. Maybe not even that, but there you go. So, the festive season, in my opinion, starts today, 1st of December. Marvellous. I put a video up here last night. Some of you may have seen Mrs. T and me going shopping for the Christmas tree. We had a lot of fun in there. We loved doing that, but I tripped over a fucking Christmas tree, didn't I? Which started her giggling. She was still laughing when we came home about that. She's at her happiest when she sees me hurt myself or do something stupid. Sounds cool, doesn't it? But it's fun. So the tree's up. It's not decorated. I only put it up this morning. And being a real one, the branches need to drop. So, yeah, that's going on. People coming round for dinner. Been a busy week up to now. I worked yesterday with the Peen till 1. He went to London, partying. As far as mild cigars, there's nothing better out there, in my book. Hoyo. Absolutely my favourite. It's absolutely fantastic. The Monte Cristos, we all know the Monte Christmas, like the medium to full flavour, I suppose. And then they did the open series, which I will do a video on. I might have done the Robusto one, but I will do a video because they're nice, but they're milder. And they're a nice smoke, but I tell you what, if I had to pick one or t'other, it'd be this one. This is beautiful. I'm trying to think if I've ever had a bad Hoyo. I think back in the summer I did have one that wasn't totally awesome, but it certainly wasn't horrible. But this Epicure #1 right now is totally awesome. Totally beautiful. There's so much going on in my mouth, but as you know, I can't tell you what's going on in there because I don't know all that leathery and all that. This certainly ain't leather. Well, if it is, I'm going to start eating my shoes. A lot going on in the political world, boys. Starmer's possibly bringing in a new law about blasphemy law. Something about the Quran. I don't really know a lot about that. All it will mean, it'll be another way it can try and control us. But if it means having a pop at someone's religion, I don't agree with that. I say live and let live. Everyone can believe what they want. That's part of the free world, isn't it? Doing what you want. As long as you're in the confines of the law. You know, doing the right thing. Doing your bit for your society. Leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. I'm sure all of you lads' attitude is probably similar, especially you working men. You know, I very, very much doubt it. Someone upper class is watching this video. If he is, he's probably been sick. So most of you are going to be like me. We do seem to have the similar approach to life. The similar thoughts, don't we? You know, we're just hard working. Get up, get on with it. You know, struggle through the pain sometimes, don't we? Battle illnesses, but still go to work. They're the lads I like. I know the sort of people I like. And I know there's a lot of you guys on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram that follow me. Think similar. Facebook, there's a lot more people on there that don't like me, but there's still, I've got a few core guys there, some really nice comments constantly coming from a group of lads, and it's really nice. And it's all of the comments that are really nice, I appreciate. I read, if I don't answer your comment, it's one thing, I haven't seen it or you're a twat. So if you know that I know you're not a twat, and if you comment regularly, you'll know that. It's I haven't seen it. I don't know why on YouTube every now and then, I don't even know how I do it. You go onto a different app when you've got a channel. It's called Studio, YouTube Studio, and I go on there from time to time, not very often. And there's a button there that I've hit accidentally a few times, and it comes up with these comments that I'd never read. So then then when that happens, I do answer the comments, but it might be 6 months ago, so apologies. But everything I read, I answer, unless it's just idiot. And occasionally I might do something back to them. My favourite one is if I can be bothered, I'll say, why do you watch? I had someone the other day on Facebook. I was talking about saying he wrote boring. Don't bloody watch then. The last thing I do in any part of my day, my very limited time, is go onto Facebook and watch someone I found boring. The haters like watching you, don't they? And then telling you about it. Fucking dickheads. So they can't accuse this of being boring. This is the least boring thing I've done this week. Smoke this thing. Fabulous. So next week's bringing more of the same for me. I need to get that job wrapped up next week. And then I have an extension to start over in a place called Peacehaven, which is west of me along the coast. It's a coastal town. I've also got a job to price up out there, just past there, a place called Saltdean. Then I've got another job to price up in a place called Berwick, which when I'm out that way, I'll price that up on the way home. It's only a small job. So things are ticking slowly at the minute. Right now, this very second, I need 10 days in a week. But that won't be so in about 3 or 4 weeks. I'm going to be busy till Christmas, and then you know, it's much slower. But I think a lot of firms do say this, don't they? We all say it, don't we? The guys, Christmas time, winter time, after Christmas, January, it is quieter. That's where if you're sort of like plonked in a bigger site at the beginning of winter and you know you've got the whole winter there, it's quite a nice feeling, isn't it? But I don't have that this year. It's just smaller job after smaller job, but it is what it is. It'll be my 40th year next year on the trail. July 1st next year is my anniversary, 40th. So I think I should do a campaign of celebration. All you boys sending me different cigars. That was a joke. I'm still not smoking anything other than Cubans, really. I had a Perdomo yesterday. They're always going to be one of my favourites, but I'm just not into the non-Cubans at the minute. Something about the Cuban taste, isn't there? I've said it before, but unfortunately that then makes it an expensive habit. Nice comfy chair, boys. You like this? I've got a new chair indoors, so I brought this one out here to have a bit more comfort when I got the lardies. Oh, hello, Trouble's back. I can hear her motor pulling up. She's been round the shop. She'll probably kick the door or something. It's going very nicely with this cup of coffee, I must say. She didn't kick the door. She's gone in the front door, I just heard it. I was surprised about that one. She missed an opportunity, didn't she? She damn well knows I'd do something like that to her. So the weather, what's the weather doing? Today it's wet. Yesterday it was dry and mild. T-shirt. I had a T-shirt on, guys, yesterday working. tomorrow is my Tuesday dry. In fact, I think I've seen up to Thursday down here dry, so fingers crossed that comes true. And I hope you boys up there, up north, I hope you have something sensible. It is a very frustrating time of year for brick builders. But we've been here all before, haven't we? So you just got to press on. Hopefully it won't be too shabby. Well, guys, according to the clock on my phone, we've been going 26 minutes nearly. So it's been quite a waffle, as usual. If there is anyone here at the end, I'll be amazed and I thank you. I don't think I'd sit to the end. Yeah, of course I would. Of course I would. Boys, so Hoyo de Monterey, epicure, #1. Absolutely beautiful smoke. Not a single fault can I find. It's so tasty. The taste buds are still flaring up in my mouth as I'm talking. So full of flavour. Wonderful. Alright guys, so I'm going to love you and leave you. Enjoy the start to the festive season. Merry Christmas. Pug up.